Right now, we're here backstage at Rock the Bells. Sitting in front of me is one of the legendary hip-hop artists of all times, and I mean of all times. We're talking about the one and only Dell, the Funkee Homosapien. I mean, we go all the way back to what my cousin George is sleeping on my couch. We go all the way back to when he was penning certain verses for Ice Cube, who was his cousin. And now we're sitting up here. I just seen you in a video with Hope He Spits Hard, man. So you still keeping yourself going on. Speak to the people. How do you manage to keep it fresh and just percolating 20 years into the game?
You know what? I mean, I don't know. I just still like rap. You know what I'm saying? I still like hip hop. You know what I'm saying? That's what keeps me into it. I still really enjoy the art form. You know, so it's changed a lot, but I can't help it. You know what I'm saying? I still like that form of music, so I still listen to it. I just try to stay hip, man. That's really what it is, you know.
Let me ask you this, man. I've been seeing you the last few times with this drum machine or beat machine. What's the situation with this? You didn't used to carry this all the time.
Yeah, this is a new one. This is called the Octatrack, and it just happens to work with a battery that I got. So that's why I got it on me now. But this is like the new. Basically, the reason for its existence is to redefine sampling as an art form. That's the whole get up for this, you know.
You know, I never asked you this, but a lot of people know that Ice Cube's your cousin. How come you guys never ever did an album together or just sat down and just did a project, Dell and Ice Cube?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess you would say that my first album was that, because he was all over my first album. So I guess you would say that one is that. I don't know. I'd love to do something with him now. Cube, if you out there watching now, you know what I'm saying? Let's do something if you want to, you know what I mean? But yeah, I love to work with Cube, man. To me, Cube is a black national hero to me, you feel me? So much love.
You know, one of the things that we've been talking about lately just in circles is the crop of new artists. We were just talking about that, some of the new cats that are coming out now. Who are you feeling and why? And what sort of things do you really think are their strengths? And what things do you think that they could really step their game up in?
Okay. Lil B is one cat that I like a lot, you know. Who else am I listening to? Vado, you know. He's down with Cameron, you know. Who else I listen to? Let me think, man, there's so many, dude. Odd Future to an extent, you know. Man, they just come and go, man. There's so many people that come and go, man. I can't really think of it right now off the head.
You know, outside of hip hop, who would you say, especially within black music, has been a big influence? Like if I listen to a Dell song or a Dell track, you know, who will I really hear, you know, as, you know, contributing, you know, in your creative process?
As far as rap?
I mean, outside of rap artists, I'm talking about musicians.
Oh, okay.
Who's like really people that have inspired and influenced you?
Okay, well, first for rap, Rudy Moore probably is. That's a real huge
Dolomite.
Influence. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Rest in peace. He's a huge influence. Once I peeped like he was really doing it, then you know what I'm saying. Like I really started trying to infuse what he was doing into what I was doing. Another huge influence of mine is Frank Zappa. You know what I'm saying? Frank Zappa is a huge influence on me. Because I like the way he took rock and used that as his medium. And he could have went the classical way, but he thought them dudes was too stuffy. Like, nah, I don't want to be down with that. You know what I mean? So he chose rock as his medium to express himself as a composer. So he took it to new heights, I feel.
Hey, but you know, lastly, before we let you go, I noticed 50 Cent, Dr. Dre, they all in the headphone game. One day I opened up my package, there was an album from you and a set of headphones. I was like, is Dell going in the headphone game? What's happening with that?
Not really, but you know, I work closely with Skullcandy. I've been working closely with them for maybe like the last 5 years, maybe. I mean, they did like a billboard for me in New York. You know what I'm saying? One of them big, gigantic billboards. Out the blue though, I'm like, damn, like that was.
Oh, they put you on like that.
Yeah, so,
Times Square style.
Yeah, exactly. So one love to Skullcandy, man, because they really looked out for that. I didn't even know, man.
Well, right now we've been hanging out with my man Dell, the Funkee Homosapien. You still funky, man. He's been in this game over 20 years, but you would just think that he just is a new cat like everybody else because he always keeps it fresh and funky and always relevant, man. I want to thank you, brother.
Right on.